Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So today is going to be a whip and chat. I need to move this around actually because it's absolutely doing my head in. So while I'm just here, there's just too much cover sheet there. It's just winding me up, but there's no point in me cutting it really because it's not going to be long before I'm taking it off completely, because once I've finished this little section here, then I'm just going to put my cover sheets there, and then that clear cover is going to go adios, because then I've only got 2 sections left and it's exciting because I'll have finished Biker Betty, which is another one that I have on my to-do list. So I'm just going to pop my light pad on and I'm going to zoom you right in so you can see what I'm doing and move it. So I just did a big section, to be honest, because I think this section ended here, so I wanted to get this like arm bit in like that, and then I just did like I had like 1.5 sections, so I just did them all together basically. But let's have a look at what I need. So got my tray. Let's do the actual equal sign. So in this section here, I've got this equal sign that's going to be in my very shiny gold, which is these ones, because it's an earring, so I want it to be actual gold. But then these ones down here are just like orange in the background, so I use the actual equal sign for them. So hopefully this means either next week or the week after, it's probably going to be the week after, you might get a finished painting, which then means a kitting down, which I feel like I've not done in ages, so I really want to finish it. Could you imagine? But yeah, I've got an assignment to finish for uni that I really can't be bothered to do. I'll just put it out there, but I need to get it done, and then officially that I'll be finished on my course and like just be a teacher, which is what I want. I just want to be a teacher. So yeah, I just need to get this over and done with. Then I've got a nice long summer, which you can guarantee will be spent diamond painting. I just don't, I don't feel like I've got the time anymore, and it's so depressing. Like, at least when I'm teaching as well, I just keep thinking like I will actually have my evenings back, which I know I've said to you 1,000,001 times. It's just because I'm like absolutely like desperate for it. To have my evenings, I just can't wait. So yeah, it would be great, and like to be able to just get this summer filled with like diamond painting, maybe spent seeing a bit of family, you know, being kind to James and having his dinner on the table at normal time for when he gets in at work, rather than him having to do it. I'm just looking forward to having my summer. I really am. Because I mean, it's just been, and I know some people, like obviously, you know, if you're not a teacher you don't get the time off, and I'm not disputing that, and I have worked in jobs where I haven't been ever had the time off, and I've only had like 4 weeks off the year, but right now it's just the fact that I have studying and then I have like the fact that I have to actually work as well. So when you have to do that, you have to do the studying and the work at the same time. It means that your downtime, like when you finish work on a day, you're done. You know, you come home and that's your time to do whatever you've got to do for yourself. Whereas when you're studying and working, you have to go to work, you have to do the work part, and then you come home and then you've got to do the studying part, and it's like, oh my God, when do I ever have time for myself? My granddad came around this weekend and he's saying, I never see you. And I'm like, I know, but it's not me choosing to not see him, if you know what I mean. It's just like, I don't have the chance, and weekends go so fast, really. And you know, it's been a big adjustment for me as well. I've been like doing this course and I moved house. So I had to learn, like, you know, what it's going to take to actually run a household, like keep your house clean and tidy, and there's all sorts of bits and bobs there, like, oh my God, I'm an adult. And I know some people, you know, because of the types of people some people will be like, oh well, I've been doing that for years. But you know, you have to think back. You know, you had that adjustment, if you're one of these people thinking that. Everybody's had that adjustment, and fair enough, you haven't had it for years, but you did have that. And you know, that's what I'm going through right now, is that adjustment. And I think that anybody can tell you that, you know, this is what it's going to be like, but until you're actually in the situation, there's nothing that can really prepare you for it. So I just think that I've got it, and I'm still just getting used to how my life is going to be, what it's going to look like going to work, what time will I get home, what jobs will I need to do, so what time will I be able to settle down. Like, it's that sort of thing. It's just, what's it going to look like? I don't know, and I still don't know, because I'm not into a normal like swing of things yet. So yeah, it's interesting. It definitely is interesting what it is going to look like. I don't know. But I'm intrigued to find out. So yeah. So this week, it's been half term. So on, trying to think. On Tuesday I spent the full day ironing, because I had loads of ironing to do. Wednesday my mum came round, it was her day off, and we went to the garden centre and bought some plants to put in my garden, because it's not fantastic at the moment. It was a bit run down. It's not like it's not disgusting. It's not like, you know, one of these gardens that you see on like the horror story like gardens that they put on TV, where it's like all overrun and, you know, there's nothing nice. It's okay. It's not my dream like garden. It's not like landscaped or anything like that. But it just needed some flowers to put in, or flowers or plants to put in these like side things. I don't even know the name of them, I'm not a gardener, but these like side boxes that they were already there. So we went and got some of them. I got some roses. I got some that they're called cutie pies, just because they're ones that'll grow and always grow, and they'll come back year on year. That's what we wanted, ones that come back. So they're in. It looks a bit bare at the moment because they're only small and they will have to, you know, take time to grow. But yeah, hopefully they will, and it'll be very, very pretty. And we got some, like a little garden furniture set, like a little nice cheap one, just to tide us on, because we're not wanting to spend a lot of money on the garden this year. We've been speaking quite candidly, to be honest, this week, me and James, about getting married. We're very much ready. We've been going out together 6 years now. Obviously we've got the house. The next natural, like, progressive step is to get married. You know, I want children. I want a couple of children by the time I'm 30, really. So naturally that is the next thing for us to do, which we have been discussing. In terms of a ring, I could, if I wanted to, go and get a ring now. I have been honest now. I've said, look, I don't want an engagement ring yet because I'm trying to lose a bit of weight. So I don't want to go get a ring that's going to fit my finger right this second. So we'll hold off on the ring. And James does want to prepare something as an engagement. You know, we don't just want to do what, like, my mum and dad did and what his sister and brother-in-law did, which was just go, right, let's go out, let's go buy a ring. And they just bought a ring and was like, okay, now we're engaged. So James does want to do something for me, which I think is really sweet. I don't know what he's going to do, but you know, if there is going to be pictures involved or anything like that, I kind of want the weight off as well. So I feel better about myself in that situation. So I have told him, I said roughly about October, November time, you know, it should be a good, you know, if I keep progressing with my weight loss, that should be a good point to get engaged. So, but I mean, we're still, like, it's a long process, isn't it, picking what you want and where you want to get married and stuff. So, you know, we are looking now, we are setting a budget now, we are talking about it now, so that when we formally get engaged, you know, we might already have decided what we want. I might see it in the summer when I am off work, like, if there's any wedding fairs, I might go to a James, so we might do that. And yeah, just see. So we're ready, like I said, when we get engaged, we know where we're going to get married. So I don't know why I was talking about that, because we're talking about the garden. Oh yeah, just because that then means that the garden's not a priority to spend money on, to be honest, because we all know how much weddings cost, and you know, that's the thing that we're going to have to use our savings for, and not the garden. It's not a necessity. So just a few bedding plants to just make it look a bit nicer. Will do me, thank you very much. So that was Wednesday. Then Thursday I was tutoring all day, and then James's mum messaged saying that they were going to have a barbecue for just James's sister, brother-in-law, the kids, and us. So I went straight from tutoring, we went to the barbecue. It wasn't a great diet day, because there wasn't, like, because she just decided that day, so she went to the shop and just basically got what there was, which wasn't a lot. So I had a bit of steak. She always cooks me steak because she knows I don't like, I'm not a massive fan of barbecues, because I don't like burgers, and I don't really like sausage cooked on a barbecue, because I don't like the brown taste on it. I know that sounds weird, but I don't like the charcoaly taste. I just don't. So barbecues are not my cup of tea. So they did me some steak. So I had a couple of pieces of steak and a jacket potato with coleslaw, which isn't like the best, like I said, for a diet, but it was what was there. So I had that, and then some strawberries with a bit of single cream. But my nephew had us up dancing, so I'd done so much dancing. I was absolutely knackered. A great thing about having a nephew. So when I stepped on the scales, the next day it's like I lost a pound. I was like, what the hell? And to be honest, that was all I'd eaten all day, because I was out early morning tutoring. And then I would have had, like, if it weren't for the barbecue, I would have come home from tutoring at like 3, had some like late lunch, and then we would have had dinner later on in the evening. Whereas I didn't, because like the barbecue, it was at 4 o'clock. So I literally come in, got changed, so I didn't have time to eat anything. And then out, so that was the only food I had all day. And then similarly, we'd already booked for Friday. We were going to this adventure park called Stockeld Park on the Friday with James's sister, brother-in-law and the kids. And I'd not eaten breakfast, because I can't eat breakfast that early in the morning. So, not had any breakfast. Just my cup of tea. And then we'd gone for lunch at the place. But, like, the choice wasn't great. So I ended up having a buttermilk chicken burger. So that's they're like the first points where I had bread, like for 4, 5, 6 weeks. I think it's been about 6 weeks, and I'm okay. I've been avoiding it because I thought I'm just gonna, as soon as I start eating it again, I'm gonna crave it, and I have had a bit of a craving, and I went shopping yesterday to get some tea, and I was like, oh, I would totally just like buy a bread loaf, but I thought better of it. So it's, even though it's a craving, it's one I can control, which is good. But yeah, so we went there, and that's all we had. And then I had a jacket potato again for tea. So I just had jacket with a bit of cheese on it, and that was it, all good and dandy. And I think I did, so from Thursday it said that I'd lost a pound, but then I fluctuated up by £0.5. So over the 2 days I'd still lost £0.5 by the looks of it. And then I stepped on the scales this morning and that went back down, so that's good. So I'm feeling really good, to be honest. I think I'll have lost maybe a pound, maybe a couple of pounds, who knows. We'll see, weigh-ins tomorrow. So I did lose £2 last week, which was great. Mum lost 2.5. So we were both feeling very, very good. I'm loving the fact my mum's coming with me now, because I just think it's motivation for the both of us. We're doing it together, and we're bouncing off of each other, and I love it, and I love Mum to pieces. And you know, I know she's happier when she's losing a bit of weight, so it's good all round, really. I just paused and replayed, so I've saved the memory card while I remember, because I was looking up at it. It still had like 6 minutes on it, but you know what I'm like, I forget to save my memory card. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way things are going. And I've just got that serious, like, I've got so much motivation because things are now happening in my life which I just didn't even have before. Like, before, it, you know, there was always going to be something in the future, but it was almost too distant to really motivate me for the present. I think if I would have found out that I was going to have a graduation last year, say, and they said it was July of this year, that would have probably still motivated me to start dieting last year, which I wish you know was the case, because I would have got more weight off. I'd have probably been at target, because you know I'm very much like, I am a person that can get motivated, and if I've got my mind to it and I stick my mind to something, I can do it. So I think that would have happened, but I'd only found out very, very recent that my graduation was in July. So, you know, I started as soon as I found out, really. It's not enough prep time at all, to be honest. Which is what it is. It's my fault, you know, I've let myself pile on weight, so I've got to live with the consequence of it, but it'll be okay, you know. The main thing for me now is keep going with it, Leisha. Keep losing, keep going, and at some point I'll get down to what I've wanted to be for the past 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the weight off and being the person I want to be. And it makes me happy, actually. It makes me smile, which I think before would have made me depressed, because, you know, I'm impatient and it wasn't like right then and there. But now it makes me smile because I can see it. I can see myself getting there. Even though I am a long way off, and it just makes me want to smile and be like, alright girl, I can do this, because I feel like I can do it, which I just think is great. Like, I'm a changed person. But yeah, so I actually need to get up the iPad so I can answer some of your questions and comments. So let me just get it open. God, it's nearly 11 o'clock. I had a line today. James is still in bed. Because he just stays in bed. Okay. Right, so on last week's WIP and Chat video, Liz says, I've put the wrong drills down a few times. It's easily done. So that was on this section of skin. I basically put the dark colour down, and I did like almost the entire section, which is a lot of blocking. And then I had to take them all off and put them all back on again. It was literally my idea of hell. I was so annoyed at myself because it was like a good couple of hours work putting them down to be then even longer taking them off. It was, and then to re-put them down again, I was fuming. But yeah, it's annoying when it happens, isn't it? But like she said, she has to leave the pot out for the colour I'm working on too. Sames. Boop, boop, boop. This hasn't got anything in it, otherwise I would have put the lid on. But yep, I'm the same, Liz. But for some reason, I just didn't even look at it. She says, I'm always forgetting which colour I'm doing. Yeah, 100%. I have to leave it out too. I think it was because I was so sure that I got the correct colour out. I didn't even think to check. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we've all been there. Vicky says she's bought the first 2 letters in my daughter's name. So we were talking about my A painting that had a little 30 by 30 that I basically smothered in ABs and came out very, very cute. She says she really liked it and she wanted to do it for a daughter. So she's said that she's bought the first 2 letters and she'll get 2 a week until she has them all. I put 2 coloured drills in the wrong place. Now I have 2 containers of very sticky drills. I was halfway through the painting before I realised, oh man, what size painting as well. Because that, oof, I feel for you, Vicky. I did it I did it with the painting of my dogs as well. Isabel's chin looked really, really wrong, and I'm going, this looks too dark. And I'm almost blaming the poor company. I'm like, they've done something dodgy here with the rendering. And it's not. It was because with the light pad on, the letter wasn't so clear, and it was like a pie, and I'd put down a hashtag. So I had to go and take all them just off of a chin. It was just a chin that I did it wrong. But I was absolutely like, what is going on here? And I had them on for like weeks as well, so they were so hard to get off because they were sat on there for so long. Because I think that the glue kind of hardens around the drills, so the longer that you've got the drills on there, the more likely they are to stick down and not pop off, if you know what I mean. So yep, that was a big pain in my bum. So I can imagine Vicky. She also said she watched all of the Fuji Flora video. That's what inspired me to get the hurricane containers. Oh dear, yeah, we were talking about, so Fuji Flora has 66 colours in it. I've actually just unboxed, and I don't know when it will be coming out. It might be this week actually. Let me have a look. Have I got any more unboxings that I haven't already put up? Oh, I've got one, so it'll be next week. You'll be seeing an unboxing of the floral mystery kit from Diamond Art Club, and that's got 67 colours in it. So if you thought the Fuji Flora one was a good old hoo-ha and you felt sorry for me, feel sorry for me when I have to kit that one up. 67 colours. And I'll be doing the same thing with the Elizabeth Ward, so make sure when you see that one you get yourself a cup of tea before you start the video, because it will be needed. Oh my god, yeah, horrendous it was, because I was trying my best to fit so perfectly in these containers. To be honest, I probably wouldn't try as hard next time. I'll probably just accept it for what it is. With 67 colours, my god. It was a lot. So yeah. But she said that that's what inspired her to get them containers. I don't know why that inspires you. I've been running for the hills. I'd be like, oh, well, they're not very good. Have you seen the amount of work she's having to put into getting everything in them? But I think some people are happy to use like 2 outer containers. So whereas I want all my kits to fit in one container system, I don't want to have to use multiple, even if they are of the same style. So it's just my OCD really that means I've got way too much work to do. So yeah. Right, and then, oh, only Merrin's put to the A, the kitten down the letter A. It turned out fantastic. Thank you, Merrin. I'm really, really glad, because I did spend a while trying to suss out what to do with these ABs, and I was worried that it would look horrendous and I'd wasted like AB drills, but I was happy with the way it turned out, so it's really, really good. So on my diamond painting accessories must-haves and not so muches, we've got Arissa Ortega. It says, hi Alicia, I will comment on my experience along with the video. So she's put trays. They are just a need. A bigger tray is a must-have, and why not make them pretty with a lid? This is a big yes to me, absolutely. So I did a video that was about what you must have when it comes to diamond painting accessories. If you are willing to splash the cash, what's worth the money, what's not so much worth. So we're saying that big trays are absolutely worth the money. So yeah, I have the ones that we sell ourselves, and the link to them is always down in the description box. So that's Hatfield Designs, It's Hatfield Designs 3D on Etsy because we couldn't use Hatfield Designs, annoyingly, but we are called Hatfield Designs. And yeah, these are the trays that I use. They have high sides, they're bigger. You know, when you're doing bigger paintings, you need a bigger tray, and the high sides are so important. We do a smaller one as well, a mini, because some people don't do huge paintings, so don't need a massive one, but they still, like, we didn't scale down any of the sides, so you've still got the high sides, still the high ridges. So yeah, if you do just do like smaller paintings, you can get the smaller tray, but I think it's the high sides and the funnel. These trays, well, I designed them to be exactly what I thought is like a must-have when it comes to diamond painting, so of course I'm going to think that. Let me know if you have any of our trays and what you think. I want to in the long run actually I was thinking about it, and I need more time at some point to set it up, but I was thinking about setting up a Patreon, because I know some people, you know, watch these videos and would like them, but the price of shipping for their country is too much. So what I was thinking was to do a Patreon account where for the membership you get entered into a draw to win a free tray every month. So, you know, a Patreon monthly membership might only be a few dollars, and then I'd maybe have some other perks, but I need to sit down and think what other perks of Patreon could I offer that I could do even when I don't have too much time. Like, that would be a good one for me to do. That's what I was thinking anyway, because, you know, it's not me having to like try and fit more content in, if that makes sense, because that's what's stopping me doing a Patreon at the moment, where I'm like, I don't have the time to fit any more content in. So yeah, let me know if you think that's a good idea, and if you would be up for that, maybe if I set up a Patreon, joining it so that you can be entered into a draw every month for a tray giveaway, and then like shipping would be covered, everything would be covered. I'd realistically, you know, I need enough members in it to cover the postage and packaging, really, from membership subscriptions. Otherwise I'd be losing money, if that makes sense, and I can't afford to do that at the moment. So maybe I do need to wait until my channel gets a bit more bigger, but I don't know. Let me know anyway what you think. If I do get a lot of interest, if a lot of you are saying you do that, then potentially it's something I'd look into right now. But yeah, so that's for trays. Oh, and then what she said, so cover minders, the ones I have came from gifts or kits. I use them for cross stitch but not for diamond painting. It's also a no-no for me. So I said in the video, you can go and watch it, but just to give you the background, I basically said that cover minders, I wouldn't go buying them. Now these days you can get them in decent diamond painting kits. They're the only ones I have. I rarely use them. You've probably noticed you don't see me using cover minders on videos, really. They're just pretty, aren't they? They're just really like accessories for you to put on like a pegboard or something. I don't really think, for me, I'd want to spend my money on them. But some people are completely different. She says cover sheets, absolutely yes. I just hate using a plastic cover, as you can tell. It's just annoying. It's just in the way. Obviously I don't put cover sheets on the entire painting because I do two big ones. And I don't like the way sometimes with the cover sheets, if you would put them on the entire paint and then roll it up, they'd get ruined. Or, you know, if you're constantly like leaning over them, they'd get ruined. So I try to just do it on a couple of lines at a time to make sure that it doesn't ruin the cover sheets and I can get more use out of them. She says she just hates the plastic cover. Washi tape, I don't use it for diamond painting. I always cut the border of paintings after I finish to frame them, so I don't care about the fluff or dust in the borders. To be honest, I never did either, and I still wouldn't, but now I've got it, I may as well use it, if that makes sense. Storage, she says it's a need. I don't like to work from baggies, so I need storage systems. I like almost all of them, but my fave is the case with the bottles. I have a lot of the case with the bottles. They are pretty good. So yeah, I agree with you there, Arissa. Apologies if I've pronounced your name wrong. She said wax. She's used the pink wax for years. Now I have lots of different wax because I do test videos with them. I have a YouTube channel, but I use my personal account to comment, so I never spam about me, but pink wax is okay for me. Arissa, genuinely, drop me a link to your channel. I'm trying to think if I have followed you before. If I haven't followed you, I'd love to follow. If you're not already, join our Facebook group, because you'd be more than welcome there to actually post about your channel as well. So other people can find you that are my lovely subscribers, because I'd be definitely interested to see some of them like wax testing videos. But it's an okay one, yeah, exactly. If it's not, I don't think it's a must to absolutely have to. I do prefer in my single placer, like I use Pretty Placer wax, but in my multi placers I still use the pink wax. So, oh, red. I think it's more red, to be honest, but we all call it pink wax, which is weird, but you know. She said light pad and or easel, I don't need it. Light pad hurt my eyes. I can't use it for longer than half an hour, and I can diamond paint on the table without hurting my neck or back. Yeah, so I'm diamond painting on the table right now. I do sometimes like the easel, sometimes I hate the easel. You know, it depends on how long I'm diamond painting for, I guess, as well. But the light pad, I think that is a personal thing, isn't it? Because for me, it's I feel like I can't diamond paint properly if I don't have a light pad on. I feel like I can't get them straight enough. That's my little, like, if you're worried about getting drills straight and you've not got a light pad, maybe try with a light pad. Although, saying that, while the light pad is on, it doesn't look straight. You have to do it with it, and then when you are finished and you turn the light pad off, they will look so much straighter for it. Or at least mine do. But once again, you know, that's my tip, but you could try it and that could be completely different for you. So it's not to say that this is an absolute foolproof, you must do. It's just to say maybe try that because that's what works for me, sort of thing. A roller, she just uses a kitchen roller. Yeah, just as good. I actually don't even have a kitchen roller yet. So yeah. Oh no, my battery is flashing at me, so I might have to actually turn this off and then come back to it when I've charged my battery up a little bit. So I will see you in just a second, but for me it's probably going to be like a couple of hours. So see you in a sec. Hey guys, so I am back. and I've actually finished the full row of the Betty Boop painting. My camera takes so long to charge up, it's unreal. So I did have to, well, I didn't have to sit and do it, but I wanted to sit and do it. So I did a hell of a lot, to be honest, of it. And now I am on to the final row. So this one looks like a hell of a lot of black. So let's get it open, get some in my tray, and get started. So I could probably use a 6 placer on this. What I have realised with squares, the 6 placer just isn't as accurate as I'd like it to be. So I don't really like using it too much, to be honest. And if you've noticed, I do kind of like checkerboard, sort of checkerboard, when I'm multi-placing, just because I think that it has a better finish to it if I do that. So let's get on with it anyway. So let me open up YouTube Studio again. Right, so we were on to the comment from Arissa, and I think we just literally said about the roller. So I have a roller which I use to make sure that drills are flattened. I just roll it over my painting. I don't have a kitchen roller. I probably need a kitchen roller, but I don't actually have one. So, you know, I just bought a diamond painting roller, which I think it would be different if I had a kitchen roller. I'd have just used that. My mum uses her kitchen roller. She doesn't have like a diamond painting one. Pens, she said, pens are pretty. They are good for some people and not so good for others, but they can be helpful with pain. I use pink pens with a squishy because I can't use big pens and need them to be lightweight. If somebody tells me that their hand hurts using a pink pen, I always recommend to order a bigger pen. So like Arissa, what she's saying is it's the opposite way around. You know, so she uses a uses a pink pen, I think then, because it actually is uncomfortable for her to use a bigger pen. So yeah. It's just what works for you. Bigger pens are better for me. I've actually just done like the diamond painting pen stash video that'll be up this week. So I show like all my pens and the reasons that I got them and what I like about them and which ones have the best design for like being comfortable, that sort of thing. She goes on to say that baggies, when she started using the kit baggies for her spare storage, after a while she ordered some thicker baggies, but not a big need. Yeah, exactly. Like I have the thicker baggies just because I've got a lot, you know, in my spare storage, etc, etc. But I am thinking now I'm probably going to use the baggies that come with kits for like the extra spares, you know, the ones that, you know, aren't to make my spare storage nice, you know. And I do use the baggies that come with kits. I just don't use as much as they give you, because they give you quite a lot. So I do think that, you know, if you can find, especially with stuff that is plastic, if you can find ways to use it, you know, it's better for the environment, it's better for not making too much waste, because I hate wasting stuff. It's a pet peeve of mine. I do kind of keep a lot and basically hoard it because I don't like wasting. It's perfectly fine. I just wish more companies would give you the choice of, do you need the kits, the toolkits, do you need extra baggies, even do you need the drills, because you know, I'd love it if a company was to offer just the canvas. I know Heaven and Earth Design does, but that's just square drills. So it'd be amazing if a company could do for round just the canvas. That would make me very, very happy. Or give you an option to just use the canvas, because then I'd be able to use up some of my spares and not feel guilty about just basically hoarding diamonds. So, yeah. Tweezers, she says, I like them for squares but not a big need. They also appear in kits, so at some point everybody can have them. Absolutely, that's totally in agreement to what I said in the video. So tweezers are good to have. You know, when I screwed up this painting and I had to like pry the diamonds off, like if I didn't have tweezers it would have been 10 times harder to do. So tweezers are really, really useful, I think, anyway. So yeah, we're in agreement here, and she's put a thank you for the video. Thank you for watching. So Vicky says, love the video, I agree with all your needs and wants. I definitely need the tweezers also. I always put some square drills a bit wonky, so I need them to pick it up. Yeah, exactly. Like tweezers are just a good to have. But you do get them in the kit. So in the video it's kind of like a need, but you can find them like for free in kits, which is the point that I was making. So yeah, if I am ever talking like now about a video and you're thinking I've not watched that but I'd like to watch it and, you know, understand what we're talking about now, you can always go onto my channel. You can find it. It's a recent video, so if you go to my channel content onto the videos, it will be near the top. But yeah, if I'm ever talking about like videos that are older, if I've got playlists, and that's probably the easiest place to find videos, because all the playlists are like, for example, if I was talking about a kitting up video, it'd be in the kitting ups playlist, or even in if you know what the store was that I got it from, it would be in that as well, or a kitting down. So for example, I've been talking about the letter A video. That was a kitting down where you can see it done, or you can see the kitting up where I chose what ABs I was using. If you just go to one of them respective playlists, you'll be able to find that. It's still pretty recent. So that's kind of just how I do my channel. So yeah. Kimberly Saunders says, great video. I bought all my pens from Amazon. I found a small hole single placer as of yet. That's what I'm on the hunt for now. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for commenting, Kimberly. So Kitting Up Elizabeth, so this is one of them that must be making its rounds again. Bonnie Nolan says, hello, I absolutely loved her. She's a 22.5 inch by 38 inch. She turned out beautiful. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. And then finally, on the video that came out on Saturday, unboxing Diamond Art Gift, Vicky says she really liked both paintings. The flowers are gorgeous. So thank you so much, Vicky. So yeah, they are the painting, the video, let me get it right. Those are the comments from videos for this week. So they're not necessarily this week's videos, but they're the comments that I've had during the week. I always, if you do comment on my videos, and please stay tuned to the week after the WIP and Chat, where I'll be reading out the comments and discussing them. So it's always fun if you are able to leave a comment. If you're watching this or you're watching any other of my videos and you haven't already subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel. Honestly, it's so helpful. It means the world. It makes me so happy that we are continually growing. And yeah, you can always check out the links to my videos. There you'll find a link to my link tree and links to other things. So on my link tree, if you click on that, you'll be able to find our Facebook group, which people are joining. I get a couple of join requests every single day now, so it's growing nicely. So if you want to join that, just send a join request and then I'll get round to accepting you into the group. It's a really nice little group. I do want more people to post, to be honest, so if you are joining, if you want to just put a post saying hello, that'd be really nice. You know, we can put anything on this group. Got a couple of people that post regularly, but it'd be really nice to see more people posting for definite. And if you are a content creator or a shop owner, just drop me a message, say that you're in the group, and then feel free to just post whenever. If you're a shop owner, I do have a supplier list on it, just to say who are genuine suppliers, etc., who are trusted on the group, so people can shop without worry. So that you might want to message me to be added to that. If you are a content creator, to be honest, just feel free to start posting on the group. If you're not, and you just want to see other people that love the hobby, or find other channels that you'd like to watch, things like that, then feel free to join that group also, and we can share the love. You can also find on my links to my shop, my Etsy shop, so that's where they are. You can find links to my Buy Me a Coffee, to support the channel, keep me making these videos, and yeah, there's just loads of stuff. You can even find discount codes. I've got plenty of discount codes. I've got a discount code in the link to this video, especially for 15% off Diamond Art Club if you are a new member. So if you've not signed up to them before, you can enter your email, as long as, like I said, you've not got that email registered already with them, and you can get 15% off your first purchase. So that's a really nice one. So yeah, go check out the description box, don't forget to do that. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching my video, for liking, subscribing, commenting, and of course watching. And until next time, see you in the next one.